What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, every year the US makes billions on tourism. People from all across the globe comes and spend their money here in the US, and each and every year the US makes billions of dollars off of tourism. Well, this year it looks like it's not much enthusiasm when it comes down to traveling to the US. Not to mention, there were tourists that were grabbed up by ICE and detained. So, a lot of countries, especially across Europe, Canada, have issued travel advisories to people thinking about coming to America to visit as a tourist. And, this is a shame because I think the tourism was probably one of the positive things America did, but look like that's fizzling out now. US to miss out on billions as Trump's policy deter overseas tourists. So it has sunk to an all-time low. Every summer, people from all over the globe travels and they pay for hotels, they buy rentals for the month, um, so their family can enjoy their time here in America. Do you know they said the typical tourist spends up to $10,000 when vacationing here in America? That's a lot of money, but that's what they have put out. But guess what? Not this year. The Trump administration high profile deportations and detentions at the border means, people who would have originally came here, they will not be coming to the US now. And it's because of Donald Trump's hardline stance, and a symbol of travel and tourism industry expect to miss out on billions of dollars this year due to the government policies and actions. Many foreigners that usually come here are saying they don't feel safe. Well, I can relate to that because many citizens that live here day in and day out don't feel safe either. So people are saying they're afraid to bring their kids to this country because they know they're detaining children and deporting children too. So the number of overseas visits to the US has dropped already by 11.6% in March compared to previous years, including a 17.2 decline in people traveling from Western Europe, according to the US data. And given much of the visibility about detentions and deportations of travelers came from mid-March onwards, the figure is due to the decline even further, which would be devastating to the tourist industry and beyond. Canadians are unhappy, but see, Canada is one of those countries that got an advisory not to come here. And Canadians are upset with Donald Trump and those tariffs, and they're pretty much boycotting America and American goods too up in Canada. So Canadians unhappy with Trump's repeated attacks to colonize Canada as a 51st state have been in the forefront of the decline. Canada's major airlines have been forced to reduce flights to the U.S. destination, including Las Vegas, New York, and Los Angeles, as bookings so far in 2025 have plummeted. While car visits, people driving from Canada into the US, that has declined by 32%. So, this was supposed to be a bumper year for US tourism after a steep drop off for the industry during the pandemic. The number of international visitors was expected to finally return to pre 2020 levels, but not anymore. Wow. Adam Sachs, president of Tourism Economics, said that before Trump's inauguration, his group had predicted it would be a 9% increase in international travel to the US in 2025. Now they are saying it's probably going to drop by 12% or even possibly more. And I think it's going to be more than 12%. So you're looking at a substantial loss this year, about $10 billion in losses in 2025 international travel spending. And they said that is pretty much the norm. That's a lot of money to make off of tourism. So it comes down to the basic principle, which we've seen over decades, which is that travelers can go everywhere they want, whenever they want. But now they are being encouraged to go to other destinations, Australia and even Asia, India, look at other destinations besides the US. And many of them are doing exactly that, y'all. They are looking at other countries to possibly travel to this year. People in Spain and Germany appear to have been particularly deterred, with 25 to 28 fewer visits from those countries. The UK, Germany, and other European countries have updated their travel guidelines for people planning to travel to the US, potentially dampening more travel, and it is already being felt. Some of the country's most popular destinations. So they are seeing the UK, Germany, and other European countries are already seeing a drop in people booking vacation flights to the US. Ticket sales for the Statue of Liberty has dropped more than 6%. This is according to the New York Post. Hotel bookings in New York City are down 20% from last year. Los Angeles, where tourism and hospitality industry employs more than 500,000 people, the people are equally concerned. So they are also seeing less people coming from other destinations that they would normally see this time of the year. The way we are perceived globally is we are blowing up not just our economy, but everybody else's economy. Yeah, because that's what the tariffs will do. That's what they will do. So a lot of them are sore over Donald Trump's treatment of their countries, and they don't like it, and they're showing it by not coming to the US. So the European people don't think it's good. They don't think it's fair. So why would we go to America? On Thursday, Trump claimed the decline in visitors was not a big deal, despite the threats to the economy. Well, he's going to always say that, He's not going to admit that he messed a lot of things up, y'all. He's not going to admit that at all. He knows, and I think he knows he screwed up, putting worldwide tariffs out and making threats on these countries, and and China. Donald Trump keeps getting in the media claiming that China and him are working together to come with to an agreement. And China is saying no such conversations are happening, y'all. Who do you believe, Donald Trump or China? I just want to know. Look, I don't believe no such talks are going on either. I'm just getting that impression. And China, the people are saying there is nothing going on. China said they are in for the long haul on this tariff battle with Donald Trump. They're not giving in. There are no talks. But Donald Trump is saying the contrary. Okay, so meanwhile, the number of people making domestic trips is also expected to decline. Yeah, well, that might have a lot to do with inflation and these prices going up in locations like Disney and other really highly traveled places. But I noticed since the pandemic, Disney visitors have never been the same. It is way down. It's been way down for years now. People are just not going to places like SeaWorld and MGM, it's just not happening. So they are noticing the behavior of American people traveling domestically has also changed. So, y'all, now, who did Canada travel to the most? Canada, the people from Canada highly traveled to Florida. That was a favorite place. And Texas was another favorite location for Europeans and Latin Americans. Texas was a destination for the ones that travel here and not, coming illegally. And a lot of international travel was always booked for California and New York. Those areas were, highly traveled to back when things were, I guess, what you would call normal. But it's not like that now. All of these locations are losing a lot of money. Like I said, they're noticing less people are booking travels over here to the U.S. But y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think. I knew this was going to happen, and I know many of you did too. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.